Mr. Payne, I do not think much of men who make young ladies cry. Who cares? More amnesia. Run like a yellow-bellied chicken. This isn't exactly how I envisioned the second day of this trial to start. But given how things ended yesterday... Good morning. The mood sure is tense. Not that that's any surprise. Oh, hey! Did you read the paper this morning, boss? Huh? The paper? That came out of left field. You didn't read it? Then you don't know the big news. Who cares? Tell me you know the difference between a paper and a tabloid, Athena. I might show up in the forest where you live, Junie. So you'd better watch out, okay? You really should read the story for yourself. I couldn't even begin to do it justice. Justice. Is she in love? Justice likes Fluttershy. Huh? Oh, poor Apollo. And it's all my fault. Ina! Oh, Junie, what was I thinking? I'm so sorry. What we found yesterday was not Apollo's dead body, thank goodness. He'd been assaulted by someone with a blow to his head and was lying unconscious. We rushed him to the hospital right away, and it looks like he's going to pull through. But it was still quite a shock to stumble onto the scene like that. They're literally killing him off his own trilogy. Is Miss Woods all right, Athena? Well, I managed to get her to stop crying. Now she's resting on that sofa over there. I guess she really feels responsible for what happened to Apollo. Poor Junie. She believes that the reason Apollo was attacked is because he was helping her look for something in that courtroom. Oh? Guess I can see why she'd think that. By the way, how are you doing? Who, me? Yeah, you know, I know you're concerned about Miss Woods, but are you alright? Me? I'm doing fine, boss. I mean, yeah, it was a huge shock, but I'm alright. People who studied analytical psychology are great at times like these. After all, they've learned how to control their own emotions, too. Yeah, based on last episode, honey, I don't think so. Somehow I don't think it's as easy as she's making it sound. But there's no denying she's a real trooper. Apollo doesn't remember a thing, does he? Yeah, he can't recall anything from the time right before he was assaulted. Nothing about what he was doing in the courtroom number 4 or who assaulted him. Well, isn't that convenient? More amnesia.
I suppose now would be a good time to mention that book I published, scratch that. Both books I published had amnesia plotlines.
The doctor said it's probably due to that hit he took to the head. Assaulted in a court of law and losing your memory at that. I know how that feels. Okay. But who in the world would do such a thing, huh, Mr. Wright? Just wait till I get my hands on that coward who hurt our Apollo. Now, Athena, I thought you said you were in control of your emotions. Let's just focus on helping Miss Woods, okay? But I admit I'm just as upset as you. Okay, boss, you're right. Apollo's assailant can wait until after we clear Junie's name. That's the spirit. Now, let's see. I better check the court record one more time before the trial starts. Why? Earth to Mr. Wright! I'm ready whenever you are. Alright, let's get ready to rumble. You bet. With everything that happened with Apollo, I didn't have time for a proper investigation. I can't let that stop me, though. I have to get this right for Miss Wood's sake and Apollo's, too. Court is now in session. All rise. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Juniper Woods.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is also ready, Your Honor. Now then, I believe I instructed the prosecution to further their investigation. Yeah, how come I didn't get to investigate nothing? Were you able to locate the remote switch in question?
I'm afraid the remote switch is still missing, Your Honor.
I must say I'm disappointed, Mr. Payne. Not angry. Just disappointed. No!
I apologize, Your Honor.
Huh. Looks like the prosecution is just as unprepared as I am.
There is a separate matter, however, that I would like to bring up during this trial.
A separate matter, you say? What might that be?
I assume you're aware that another incident occurred during yesterday's trial. I'm speaking, of course, of the assault on Mr. Justice in the ruins at courtroom number 4.
You're gonna pin it on her because she was there with him. Uh-oh. Why is he bringing that up? Well, because it's relevant, Phoenix. Stupid. Yes, what a truly harrowing experience it must have been. Poor Mr. Justice.
At the time of the attack, Mr. Justice was not alone. He was with the defendant, Miss Juniper Woods.
He isn't going where I think he's going with this, is he?
The prosecution wishes to indict Miss Woods on the charge of Mr. Justice's assault.
We're in a different case. Bruh, what is this? What is this? Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the incident under deliberation here is the courtroom bombing. Thank you. The assault of Mr. Justice has nothing to do with this trial.
But I believe there is a connection between this case and Mr. Justice's assault. Please take a moment to consider these facts. Both events occurred in the courtroom number 4. This is the location in courtroom number 4 where the unconscious Mr. Justice was discovered. As you can see, it's quite close to where Detective Arm's body was found. The question is, why did the culprit feel the need to maliciously attack Mr. Justice?
Why indeed? What do you believe their motive to be, Mr. Payne?
I believe Mr. Justice found something in that courtroom while Miss Woods was with him. Evidence that fingered her as the perpetrator of the bombing.
You mean he found something incriminating evidence?
Precisely, and so I surmise that the defendant picked up a piece of rubble and hit Mr. Justice on the back of the head in order to silence him. Objection!
Junie would never do such a thing. She was devastated when we found Apollo hurt like that. Miss Sykes, please control your outburst. Says you, buddy.
It is the prosecution's belief that by deliberating on Mr. Justice's assault, we will draw ever closer to the truth of the courtroom bombing itself.
Very well. Miss Woods is hereby officially indicated on the charge of assaulting Mr. Justice. No! Why? What? Why are you listening to Mr. Toupee over there? Although, considering our conversation yesterday, I think Apollo might have figured out something out. Wonder what it was. He told me I'm going to look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper. Maybe the two incidents really are related after all.
I would like to start by hearing from the defendant herself.
Very well. Bailiff, please bring Miss Woods to the witness stand.
I'm sorry. I can't seem to stop.
Miss Woods, guess she's still really upset about Apollo.
Miss Woods, you went to Ruins courtroom number 4 with Mr. Justice, did you not?
Yes, I did.
Good, good. If you would, then, please testify about what happened to the court.
During the trial yesterday, I was overcome by a fit of coughing. Apollo stayed with me and we went to the courtroom ruins together. But then I was called back to this courtroom to give testimony. Apollo insisted on staying behind in courtroom number 4. I swear I didn't attack Apollo. Why would I ever hurt such a kind person? And I'm in love with him. So Mr. Justice stayed by your side while you were feeling unwell. What an admirable young man. I thought his loud voice was his only outstanding feature. He may look like a little imp at times, but Apollo can be really nice too. I hope she didn't hurt her wrist backhanding that one out. But one has to wonder, why did Mr. Justice stay behind in the ruins? I think Apollo might have figured something out. Something? What kind of something? Something to do with the courtroom bombing kind of something, I think. Oh-ho! New evidence for the case, was it? That's a very big kind of something indeed. I believe so. He mentioned looking for some evidence when I was called away.
Objection! Just as I thought, there is a connection between the two incidents. But the defendant has told a very big lie, Your Honor.
What lie is that?
When she learned Mr. Justice would be looking for evidence, she attacked him. She attacked him to give herself the chance to destroy that evidence.
No, I never...
Miss Woods repaid Mr. Justice's kindness with violence. We found the proof of her foul deed there in the courtroom ruins.
Bruh. We are not doing this again. We are not doing this again. No. What on earth? We are not doing this again. He got pounded in the head and was able to write that whole thing before he passed out.
Do you see it? There in front of Mr. Justice's right hand.
Why didn't we see that there then? We were right there. We're the ones who found him and we didn't see jack.
Witness the message he left us.
It's written in blood. W-O-O-D-S? What does that spell? Why isn't that?
That's right, Your Honor. It says Woods in capital letters.
What?
Maybe it's an acronym. I submit that Mr. Justice left us with the name of his attacker before he fainted.
Apollo, why couldn't you just lie and say that, like, some rando attacked you? No, that can't be true. Why would Apollo write my name?
Mr. Wright, the nerve of him leaving that message. Why would he do this?
Hey, don't take it out on me. I don't understand it any more than you do. When we discovered Apollo yesterday, we didn't even have a chance to rush over to him. As soon as security heard Athena scream, they ran in and cordoned off the area. You would have noticed the writing. After that, they were in courtroom number 4 with Apollo the whole time. We couldn't investigate anything ourselves and had to leave everything to the police. Yeah, that always goes well. Still, I never thought they would find some bloody writing there. Now then, please begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. All right.
Hold it!
Why? Why exactly did you go to the courtroom ruins? We went to look for my medicine to stop my coughing. Your medicine? Why would your medicine be in courtroom number 4? I dropped it in the heat of the moment. Bum Rap Riney, he was keeping my medicine safe for me. Interesting. He has a little compartment that I can put things in, you see. And Phony Fanty has the same type of pocket. That's where the bomb was inserted. I had put my medicine for my coughing fits inside Bum Rap Riney. When I told Apollo about it, he said he'd help me go look for him. There was so much rubble in there, I was worried, but there was no rubble or anything in front of the witness stand. So when we got inside, Apollo went straight there and started looking for my Riney in that area. It was so nice of him just to do that for me in spite of all his injuries. Apollo was so strong and kind, just like the trees of the forest. The way she makes him sound, you'd think Apollo was some kind of ancient god. It's not even that funny, but it's kind of funny.
Apollo, you all know I'm up there, catchy songs with some medicine gone. I think Cody's in the wrong.
Oh, wait. So that's why you went through the ruins, I see. That seems to be quite an important fact. Please add it to your testimony. I knew it. Okay. There was no rubble. Let me look at the photo. There's no rubble.
Objection!
So he started his search with the witness stand, you say? That's right. I guess maybe he wanted to start from the furthest point in the room. He was being so brave and strong. But that's odd. Under the circumstances, he shouldn't have been capable of that. But he was, and he still is. He might not look it, but he really is brave. And kind, too. He might not look it. No, that's not the part I'm finding fault with. Someone has a crush on Apollo. What you are claiming is something that no one should have been able to do. But I should think that anyone can be brave and kind if they wanted to be, Mr. Wright. True, anyone can be brave and kind, but if you would please take a look at this diagram. With the courtroom in this state, how is it possible to walk to the witness stand? Was that rubble too? Oh. I see your point. The rubble blocks off access to the area around the witness stand.
Does such tiny inconsistency even matter? Perhaps the witness is simply misremembering it.
Great, now I'm not so sure it matters.
A real man doesn't make mountains out of molehills, you know.
But that's precisely what Mr. Wright does best. Exactly. I call slander, Your Honor. So, was it really important to approach the witness stand? I have to say, it's a bit hard to tell with any accuracy just from this diagram. Mr. Payne, do you have any other photos of the crime scene?
Let me see your... Ah, yes, I have one more. Here it is. It's more pulled back version of the photo I presented before.
Poor Apollo. Huh? What's that hunk of metal on wheels? Mr. Payne, is the metallic object in the photo Mr. Tenate's bomb transport case?
That's right. Is there some problem?
Yes, that transport case was there in courtroom number 4 when the bomb went off. It must have been there ever since.
Oh, that's it.
Miss Woods, have you remembered something?
Yes, I just realized. Its position, it's different from before.
Its position? The position of what?
The position of that big metal thing.
The bomb transport case?
Yes, when Apollo and I went there, it was in a different place. Where the case is in the photo was open space, so it was easy to search the stand.
I see. So where was the transport case when you and Mr. Justice saw it?
As I recall, I think it was more to the right.
To the right? Then that means... In that case, the case was over there at the time of Apollo's attack?
Who cares where the transport case was when? What difference does it make?
Objection!
It has nothing to... Where the transport case was has everything to do with this discussion. In fact, it's so important that it's enough to turn the prosecution's argument on its ear.
What?
Well, that certainly sounds very relevant indeed. And you sound as though you know where the case was at the time of the attack. Yes, Your Honor. This diagram represents the crime scene as shown in the photo. And this is where the transport case was at the time of the assault on Mr. Justice. Alright, I have this. The bomb transport case was here.
Take that!
Your Honor, I assert that... Oh, okay. Apparently not. But that's... Oh, wait, yes it is.
Inconceivable!
Miss Woods, was this where the transport case was when you saw it?
Yes, that's where it was.
Thank you, Miss Woods. I'm sure the court has noted an interesting fact about this position. The transport case covers up the writing in blood. Exactly. If the transport case was in that position at the time of the assault, then no message could have been written there because the case was in the way. Which leads us to conclude that Mr. Justice couldn't have left that bloody writing.
Objection!
Why should we believe the defendant's claim that the case was in a different position? She obviously lying.
Objection!
The fact that the case was moved after the assault on Mr. Justice is proved by more than Miss Wood's testimony alone.
What? And where is this proof you're talking about?
It's right here in the crime photo. I'm keen to see this proof myself, Mr. Wright. Oh, the wheel marks. Oh, because it's over the... I'm done.
Take that!
Please take a look at the mark that runs over Mr. Justice's bandages here. I see it, but what is it? This mark was made by one of the casters from the transport case carrying the bomb. As the case was moved, it ran over his bandages. In other words, the transport case was originally to the right of Mr. Justice. Then, after Mr. Justice was assaulted, the transport case was moved.
What?
Just as Miss Woods said, the case was covering the writing at the time of the assault. Therefore, it was impossible for Mr. Justice to have left that message in blood.
No!
You did it, boss! It was a real nail-biter, but you pulled it off. Yep, that should bring down the prosecution's claim like a house of cards. Order. Mr. Wright, that was a very clever deduction. Oh, it was nothing, Your Honor. Nothing but pure genius. Take that. Boss, I'm sensing a definite smug and braggy vibe coming off of you. I have just one question, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? If Mr. Justice didn't leave this message in blood, then who did? The killer? Huh? What?
Oh.
Well, the killer. Looks like I should have taken that train of thought through to the last station.
Well, I've heard a lot about this. So this is Mr. Wright's famous bluffing technique, is it?
Ah, this feeling. It brings back memories of the old days. Back when you carved out a name for yourself by bluffing your way through thick and thin. Gee, Mr. Wright, the judge kind of makes you sound no better than a two-bit con man. You know what I want to see? How old she is? 18! 18! Gosh. Should I make her sound like a teenager?
You made your argument with such confidence, Mr. Wright. Now I'd like to hear your answer with just as much confidence.
Hey, until the judge asked the question, you didn't catch on either, Buster. What now, boss?
I hope you didn't bluff your way into a corner.
Think, Phoenix, think. There must be a way through this. I have to dig my way out to the truth somehow. Who could have written that last message in blood? I think it's the bomber, right? It's the culprit. It's the culprit. It's the culprit. Nothing else even makes sense. If Apollo didn't leave that in bloody writing, maybe it was Apollo's attacker who wrote it and made it look like Apollo did it. That seems like the most reasonable explanation. But wait a minute, I just realized something, boss. What is it? Look at the amount of blood in the photo. It doesn't look like Apollo bled very much. I wonder if it's even possible to write Woods with just this much. Hey, you're right. Good thing Apollo didn't lose that much blood. That might be a factor in why he survived the assault. And since there was so little blood, that pretty much rules out his attacker, huh? I guess so, but if it wasn't his attacker, then who else could it have been? I think it was you, Payne. I already accused the bomb squad. It literally couldn't have been any of us. It was Candace, the dead person. To be honest, I don't actually have any real proof of this. Is she not dead? But I've come this far, there's no turning back now. Besides Apollo, there is one more person who shed blood at this crime scene. Oh, he's saying it's her blood. A person who shed blood, you don't mean... Oh, but I do. I believe it was Candace Arm who left behind this message in blood. What? What? Detective Arm? Are you sure you know what you're doing here? Not really.
Objection!
What kind of ridiculous assertion is that? If you had said the attacker left the message to throw people off, it might have made sense.
At first glance, that would seem to be the most reasonable explanation. However, Apollo didn't shed enough blood to write such an extensive message.
Uh-oh.
Ah, I see. Even the photo makes it clear there wasn't enough blood to write all those letters. If Mr. Justice did survive, I suppose he didn't bleed very extensively in that case.
But why would Detective Arm write the defendant's name? There is no connection between the two whatsoever. They had never even met each other.
That's very true. Well, then let's see. Then maybe the intended message of the message is not what it appears to be. The intended meaning. Not what it appears to be. Maybe the message was not intended to be Woods. Coming from you, that's quite the bold statement, Mr. Wright. You wish to assert that this bloody writing could have some other meaning? Yes, Your Honor. For something I pulled out of the wormhole, it could turn out to be true, right?
Objection!
It clearly says Woods, as anyone can plainly see. What other meaning could it possibly have?
Objection!
But Candace Arm was a detective. Maybe Woods only means something to the police. Like a police scanner code, for example. I didn't think of that.
You may have tricked his honor, but you'll never get the best of me. I have a thing for studying on the weekends, as you may have already guessed. And there is no such radio code as Woods in this state, dear Mr. Wright.
Is that a fact? Don't look at me. I don't know as much as you do about police codes. Enough of this. I was quite taken with the defense's new theory. But if they can't substantiate it with anything, then I must end things here. No, please wait, Your Honor. Very well, but before we discuss this theory, I demand a plausible explanation. Mr. Wright, what is the true meaning of this bloody writing? Well, I believe it's... And no stalling. If you can't come up with any answer quickly, I will declare this discussion officially over. I'm in trouble now. What other meaning could it have besides the obvious one? Maybe it means something in another language, or maybe it's a code? Think, Phoenix, you can do this. Woods. W00D? Maybe. W00. Okay, it could be the bomb. I don't know. 00. I see the 00. Oh, wait. Hold on. The word's still continuing. Oh my gosh. I'm so dumb.
Take that!
What exactly is your point? Well, it is. The word was continuing. Dude, you can see the word. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm actually mad. Okay, you can't see it here. This used to be another letter. Why can't I present it? I see an R here.
Take that!
The bomb transport case? Oh, autoplay's on. I've just about had it up here with your shenanigans, Mr. Wright. Take a look at the numbers on this case, Your Honor. L10015R. Doesn't that string look vaguely familiar? L100, what does that have to do with anything?
What could those numbers possibly have to do with the case at hand?
Now please take a look at the bloody writing shown in the crime photo. Oh, I think I see it. It says Woods. Or you could say it's a horse of a different color, Your Honor. The first character isn't a W, it's actually an L and a 1. Oh my goodness. The true meaning behind the bloody writing isn't Miss Wood's name. It's the number engraved in the bomb transport case.
What are you talking about? The next part doesn't make any sense. The number is a 1, but the bloody writing says D.
Objection!
But the number on the case and the bloody writing can be made to match up quite easily. Please erase the third downward stroke of the W and the curved part of the D. Oh, I forgot about this part too. Well, would you look at that? No, Your Honor, this isn't meant to read as a word. It's the number L10015, which, if you take away the final R, is the exact same number that's on the bomb transport case.
Erase 2 lines and they match up, you say? Well, I can change anything into anything else simply by erasing 2 lines. What if we erase 2 lines from your name? Would you be as happy as Mr. Wright?
Well, would you be Mr. Wright? The only right spelling is right. Okay, I'm doing pretty well here, and I think I'm drawing the right conclusion. Detective Arm's real message to us is the bomb transport case number. Your Honor, the 2 lines were added by the real culprit to intentionally mislead people.
What?
The original message Detective Arm left behind was the transport case number. Whoever assaulted Apollo changed the message. If you're right, boss, then what do you suppose Detective Arm was trying to tell us? Good question. What does this number represent? That's my identification number. Candace Arm lost her life in the courtroom bombing. Her dying message could only have had one purpose.
No.
To tell us the name of the one responsible for the bombing. Well, don't keep us in suspense. Tell us who she was trying to name.
Take that!
The defense wishes to indict Mr. Ted Tenate on the charge of the courtroom bombing. I would have called this Ted Tenate. Apparently, disabling bombs isn't Mr. Tenate's only specialty. Somehow, the victim must have realized that he was the bomber. So when she was caught in the blast, she left his bomb transport case number as her dying message. She used Mr. Tenate's own ID number to finger him for the crime.
Why would anyone go out of their way to write an ID number? Wouldn't they simply write the person's name?
He's got a good point there. What do you have to say to that? That only Detective Arm would know the answer to that, but allow me to offer a theory. Perhaps Detective Arm couldn't recall Mr. Tenate's name in the heat of the moment. As I recall, this was the first meeting between the two. It's entirely possible they wouldn't have been familiar with each other.
Or maybe using the ID number was a way to hide its true meaning from the real culprit, thus lowering the odds that they would erase the bloody writing.
But no matter what the reason, the important thing is the meaning behind her message. The fact remains, she wrote Mr. Tenate's ID number.
Now, just one moment here. There hasn't been any proof yet that it was indeed Detective Arm who wrote it. The bloody writing wasn't found during the investigation after the blast. If Detective Arm had left the message, it should have been found at the time.
Objection!
Naturally, Mr. Tenate hid it before anyone could discover it. And there's a simple explanation for how he was able to do so.
What?
Mr. Tenate was able to cover the message because he was the first to find the body. The first person to discover the bloody writing was Mr. Tenate himself. I was the first one to the scene after the explosion. I went there to ensure safety, but ended up discovering a dead body. When Mr. Tenate saw that the victim had written his ID number, he used the bomb transport case to cover up the bloody writing as a stopgap measure. So that's why the message in blood was under the transport case. He didn't have enough time to try and scrub away the writing. If he didn't report the body right away, he would look suspicious. So those letters lived on to serve another function, when Mr. Tenate used them in another incident. Oh, the assault of Mr. Justice. Exactly. What did it say? Mr. Tenate hit upon a plan to use the bloody writing for his own purposes. So he didn't clean it right away. Instead, he made it look like Mr. Justice wrote it by adding 2 lines to the writing that Detective Arm left behind. He changed the meaning of the message. He made it look like Mr. Justice was accusing Miss Woods of the attack. So that means the only person who could have altered the bloody writing was the courtroom bomber, who was the same person that assaulted Mr. Justice. And that person is Ted Tenate. Order in the court. Order, I say. Looks like we will have to hear from the bomb specialist himself. Mr. Payne, please have Mr. Tenate take the witness stand. Yes, Your Honor. That was great, Mr. Wright. Just doing what I do best, which is flying by the seat of my pants. I finally draw Mr. Tenate back into the witness stand. Looks like you'll get your wish, Goggle Man. Now watch me take your lies apart. Mr. Tenate, I'm afraid we have a few more questions for you. I understand the situation, Your Honor. I was keeping a close eye on the proceedings from the gallery. The allegations are all laughable.
Objection!
I wouldn't be laughing if I were you, Mr. Tenate. The message in blood matches your ID number. The same ID number that is there on that bomb transport case. Such a far-fetched theory, no better than a tangled ball of wires. I'll have them untangled for you in no time at all. You were the first person on the scene after Detective Arm left her message in blood. You were the only one who could have hidden the writing and then used it again later. I see, times 2, but then let me ask you, do you have any proof that Detective Arm wrote that message? That's a very good question. Well, do you, Mr. Wright? The best way to prove the detective wrote that message is to analyze the DNA. Your Honor, I request the DNA test be performed on the blood itself. Once we know who it is, it will be obvious as to who wrote the message. Very well. Bailiff, please put in a request for DNA testing with the forensics team. Yes, Your Honor. It will be some time before we have some results of the analysis. Until then, let's hear more from this witness. I would like nothing more, Your Honor. I want the court to hear how ridiculous the defense theory is. I admit I was the first one on the scene after the explosion, but there was no bloody writing there at the time. Anyway, there is no way Detective Arm could have written it. She struck her dead on rubble and died near the courtroom entrance. I was thinking about that. She was too far away from where the bloody message was found. You evil little... So you're saying that the victim's body was nowhere near the writing, where the writing was? Well, you could have just moved the body. Precisely. It is as plain as day that she could not have written it. It's true that the body was discovered near the entrance of the courtroom. Please have a look at this crime scene photo. As you can see, there's blood. Oh, poor girl. There's blood on the rubble near the victim's body. She must have died after hitting her head there. That would have been nice to have earlier. I see. All right, then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Do you have what it takes to take my infallible testimony apart? Alright, I could be very far-fetched here. But flat object. Oh wait, I thought it said blunt. Yeah. Gadar. Never mind, I'm not far off. I'm so smart. You are a terrible liar, Mr. Tenate. Take a look at this autopsy, especially the part about Detective Arm's head injury. Cause of death, trauma to the back of the head caused by impact with a flat object. Yes, what about it? Now take a good look at the bloody piece of rubble. It's sharp and pointed. Ha, but you see, I have an updated autopsy report. Hey, you're right, boss. It is pointy. Just like your heart. Wait, what? Wait, what? Or your hair. Your hair, not your heart. Okay. That is odd, isn't it? What could be the meaning of this contradiction? I believe it means the victim did not hit her head on this piece of rubble. The bloodstain you see is just another fabrication. Its purpose is to mislead us into thinking the victim died near the courtroom entrance. Are you
claiming the culprit moved the victim's body. That's exactly what I'm claiming. The victim hit her head at some other location, most likely on the floor or some other flat surface. And this location was somewhere near where the bloody writing was found. In that case, she definitely could have written the message.
Your Honor, I have the results from the bloodstain analysis. Ah, very good timing. Let's take a look. The message was written in Detective Arm's blood. And as the defense claims, only the parts of the message that were added afterwards were written in Mr. Justice's blood. But it appears the defense's assertion is correct after all.
Yes, you did it! You were right, boss!
Now I have to drive it home. We'll have to take a good look at the bloody writing analysis later. Mr. Schnage, it is now apparent that you have told several lies to this court. Hope you have some sort of explanation for yourself. Because that's how perjury works.
Fine. I will confess.
You will? But then why are you so calm?
This time I will tell the truth. Will you now? It is true that the Detective Arm wrote my ID number. She very plainly wrote that. I was shocked, but I did not detonate the bomb. Detective Arm must have mistaken me for the real bomber. Not wanting to be accused, I moved the body and covered the writing. My bad.
I see, so it is your assertion that you merely moved the body, is that it? I'm seeing some shenanigans here. I'm calling shenanigans.
That is correct. I did not kill Detective Arm.
Oh well, if that's all you did then. Wait a minute. That in and of itself is a criminal act.
Glad to see you finally crossed that finish line, Your Honor.
Very well then, your cross-examination, please, Mr. Wright.
Objection!
Yeah.
I just want to make doubly sure that L10015R is really what you saw written in blood.
Yes, it is very clearly said that. But that's odd because that's not what I see.
Objection!
What on earth are you babbling about now? Wasn't it you who claimed the bloody writing was his ID number in the first place?
Take a good look at the photo in the bloody writing analysis. Now tell me, does it really say that?
Oh.
Ew. Something is missing, isn't it? And that something is the final R. What is the meaning of this?
Oh, right. Now I remember. There was no R on the end. It was just a slip of the finger. My bad.
Come back, my beautiful contradiction.
Mr. Wright, I'm not so sure it was just a simple slip of the finger.
You have something for me, Athena?
I sense that he's extremely agitated, almost panicked.
He does look pretty flustered. Mr. Wright, it appears it was nothing more than a mere mistake. I don't know, did you really just make a typo? What about that R? He did see it. It was before the explosion. Maybe Mr. Snake really did see the R. But there is no R anywhere in the bloody writing. What's going on here? Huh? Yeah, it's right here, stupid. That's it!
What is it now, Mr. Wright? Are you trying to imitate Apollo and his cords of steel?
I've got it. So that's what happened. A slip of the finger? Is that really all it was? Because I don't think so. I propose Mr. Nate really did see the letter R. But the photo clearly shows that there is no R. No, Your Honor, actually just the opposite is true. The photo shows that Mr. Nate actually could have seen the R. If you're going to make that claim, then you better be able to point to what you mean. It's right over here.
Take that!
Please look here to the right of the 5. Do you see a little bit of red? Oh, I see. Just on the edge of where the floor is broken up. That's the R that Mr. Tenate saw.
Objection!
It's true that the witness wears some very odd goggles, but that doesn't mean his eyesight is bad, nor his brain power. What part of that little smudge looks like an R to you?
Objection!
It's literally half an R. But what Mr. Tenate saw wasn't that little smudge. There was a whole incomplete R written there, before the floor was damaged by the explosion. Oh, well, that explains it. Huh?
Care to explain what you mean? Because you just proposed that everything happened in the exact opposite order. That's what I said in the first place.
Yep, because that's the way it really went down. The timing of when the R was written turns everything about this case around. If the floor was damaged by the explosion, the message was written before the explosion. With the bloody message running off the edge of the damaged floor like that, We can only conclude that it was written before the explosion.
But that's ridiculous.
If that were true, it overturns your own premise. That's right, it does. In fact, it turns everything upside down. The victim was not killed by the explosion in the courtroom. She was killed before the explosion ever occurred. Did I not say that? Order!
What kind of preposterous claim is that? Have you forgotten that the victim's body was found at the scene of the explosion?
Objection!
True, but consider this scenario. She was hit on the head and killed before the explosion, or even before the trial began. Her body was subsequently placed in the courtroom ruins after the bombing occurred. That way, it could be made to look like she was a victim of the blast.
What?
Sounds like we had better look into what the victim was doing before the trial. Mr. Payne, did anyone see Detective Arm before the trial?
Let's see. According to the police report, here it is. One person. One person saw the victim before the trial. That person was Destinies. Wait, what?
No one besides Mr. Tenate saw the victim.
That appears to be the case, Your Honor.
I would now ask the court to recall something. Specifically, Mr. Tenate's words from yesterday.
It was when Detective Arm and I were transporting the bomb.
Oh my. Mr. Tenate, just before the trial, you were with the victim. The two of you were together at the scene of the crime. Your Honor, the defense requests new testimony for Mr. Tenate. We wish to hear what he has to say about his whereabouts just before the trial. Mr. Tenate, your testimony, please.
My testimony, there is no need for. He's completely unnerved, Mr. Wright. You must have hit the nail on the head. Because all I did was transport the bomb to the courtroom. I already told you. Blast this thing! I was only in the courtroom with the victim because of our work. I swear I was only transporting the bomb there.
Objection!
You and the victim were alone together at the scene of the crime. In other words, you certainly had the opportunity to commit murder, did you not?
Objection!
Do you always leave yourself so open to attacks, Mr. Wright?
What now, Mr. Payne?
Yes, Mr. Tenate may have had the opportunity to kill Detective Arm, but an important piece of your assertion is missing.
What important piece?
The murder weapon. What do you claim was used to kill the victim?
Literally doesn't matter. Mr. Payne has a point. No, he doesn't. Even if Mr. Tenate had the chance, without a weapon, we can't accuse him of the crime.
He's a guy. Well, Mr. Tenate?
Oh, yes.
That's right. I didn't have any sort of thing that could be used as a murder weapon on me.
I couldn't possibly kill Detective Arm. Did he really have nothing he could use as a murder weapon? What is it, Athena? Just looking over the victim's autopsy report, I'm hoping there's something in here that can point us in the right direction. Well, it does say that she died from trauma to the back of the head with a flat object, the floor. Yeah, and to inflict that specific kind of injury, all you would need is a flat surface, right? A heavy blunt object with a flat surface could definitely be our murder weapon, the bomb. Well, Mr. Wright, can you indicate for the court what was used to kill Detective Arm? I believe I can, believe being the key word here. You can? Then please do so now. It could have been the bomb. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Take that!
Mr. Tenate, you say you didn't have anything that could be used as a weapon, but in fact you had the perfect thing.
What? What the devil are you talking about?
You had this. That's the bomb. I thought you were trying to prove that the victim wasn't killed by the bomb blast. The bomb blast, no, but I believe Candace Arm was killed with this bomb. Because this is the blunt object that delivered the fatal blow to her head. Please recall the description of Detective Arm's head wound. Trauma to the back of the head caused by impact with a flat object. We assume this injury was sustained when her head hit the floor. But a blow from any flat side of this bomb would produce the exact same wound pattern. What's with him?
Show me some proof. Where's the evidence that I even hit the victim with a bomb?
He's right, I don't have anything decisive.
Did you find any of the victim's blood on the bomb? That would be decisive proof. But too bad the bomb is blown to bits. It's long gone. Boom, game over. Yeah.
Mr. Wright, is there really nothing on the bomb in the photo? I don't see any blood or anything. Wait, the timer display is a little broken here. I did see that earlier. That definitely is a distinct possibility, but unless we find a fragment with the victim's blood on it, it's not going to count. I guess you're right. By setting off the bomb, Nate managed to obliterate all traces of the murder weapon. I think his demeanor might be proof enough. What in the world do I do now? At times like this, I've got to change gears and look at things in a different way. Instead of looking for the things he wasn't able to hide, I should be looking for a way to expose the things he did hide. Ted today murdered Detective Arm before the trial started. Then he placed her body in the courtroom after the bomb went off, which means there was something he needed to keep hidden until then. And I think I have just the thing. Time present the photo that shows exactly what Mr. Chenate had to hide. I don't know.
Take that!
Your Honor, there's something we've been all overlooking. If the murder took place before the trial, then Mr. Chenate would have had to hide the body somewhere during the trial. Hey, you're right. And if we can figure out where the hiding place was, exactly, we might be able to find some evidence we can pin him down with. So where could Mr. Chenate have hidden the body during the trial? Maybe in here?
Take that!
Wait, a big box enough for a body, a box that was in the courtroom the whole time, a box nobody would touch if they thought there was a bomb in it. Mr. Chenate,
What is it? Do you finally have some decisive evidence to show me?
no, you're the one who's gonna show it to me. Come again. You heard me now. You heard me. Now, show me what's inside the bomb transport case. What? What? No, there's no need. I've got him now. Just before the trial, you killed the victim with a blunt object. And then you placed her body in the ruins of the courtroom after the bomb went off. Clearly, you were trying to make it look like she died in the explosion. But where was the body hidden during the trial? I hadn't thought of that. The answer is right here. Inside a box made of thick alloy, plating that can withstand any impact. I didn't read that correctly. No, that's completely false. If it's false, why should you have what peg? Hi. If it's false, you should have no objections to showing us your transport case. So, let's open it up and take a look inside, shall we? Let's not if you value your life. What's he up to now? Remain calm and listen carefully. This bomb will detonate in 5 minutes. What? Huh? I repeat, this HH-3000 will detonate in 5 minutes. What's going on? Your Honor, I recommend you adjourn this trial before this bomb goes off. Mr. Chenate, are you threatening me? I am the only one who can disable this bomb. If you do not want to die, your only option is to listen to me.
But Mr. Chenate, didn't you say that's just a training model? A fake to practice on?
I did, but I also lied. This is the real deal. This is the HH-3000. But the HH-3000 was used to blow up courtroom number 4, wasn't it? How do you know it was the real HH-3000 that blew up the courtroom number 4? Huh? The bomb that blew up the courtroom was a different one that I made. What? And how are we to take that as a confession on your part? And are we to?
Take it any way you would like. Just before the trial, I took the HH-3000 out of the stuffed animal and put my own bomb into it. That was the bomb that exploded and destroyed courtroom number 4. Mr. Chenate, please be reasonable. Do you really expect us to believe a crazy story like that? The HH-3000, it is so unique. I had never seen anything like it.
It is so unique that I could not replicate the detonation mechanism. So I just had to have it. Besides, did anyone look inside the stuffed animal during the trial? Did anyone check to see if it really was the HH3000 in there? I must confess, no one opened the stuffed animal to check.
So there is a possibility that the bomb was switched out.
Nope, not a possibility. A certainty. I did it. So he's had a real bomb with him this whole time? You had better get out of here while you can. You do not have much time. Order. I'm out of here. Man, it's gonna blow. Run! Thank you, man. You four are still here? Well, well, aren't you brave? It just wouldn't do for the judge presiding over the court to run. But that horrible explosion the other day. The judge looks like he's about to book it to the nearest next at any second. As for Mr. Payne... Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. And he's off. Mr. Wright, what do we do? It'd be pretty pathetic to run now, wouldn't it? No, you can leave. It's a bomb. But the bomb might really go off. Only 3 more minutes, folks. Is that bomb really the HH3000? What should I do? Run like a yellow-bellied chicken. No, I can't do that. I can't run, not now. Mr. Wright, the look on your face. You weren't thinking of running away like a yellow-bellied chicken, were you? Boss, I never would have expected that from you. I only thought about it for a second. Unacceptable, Mr. Wright. If you think about running away again, I will be forced to throw you out of this courtroom. I wish you would, Your Honor. Well, it's been fun, but I will be going now. With my dear, dear HH3000, naturally. Oh, and by the way, I would advise against having me followed. Even with no remote switch, this bomb can still be triggered manually. If I think I'm being followed, I will detonate it on the spot. Farewell. Bruh.
Hold it!
Yeah, you get back here. You're not going anywhere, Ted, today. Oh. Your Honor, there's no reason to be afraid. That bomb is a fake. That's what I'm thinking. Are you sure, Mr. Wright?
More of your famous bluffing, even at the risk of your own life.
Mr. Wright, none of the bluffing. No, not at a time like this. Lives are on the line here. I'm not bluffing, and I have proof. You do? Of course, Your Honor. It's right here in the photo of the bomb, clear as day. Proof that Mr. Snape's bomb is not the real HH3000. Really? Out with it then immediately. Where's the proof that Mr. Snape is not holding the real thing? Right here.
Take that!
The display for the timer on the bomb in the photo is broken. Most likely it broke when Mr. Snape used the bomb to attack Detective Arm. But the display on the bomb in front of us is not broken. Oh, you're right. Therefore, this is not the real HH3000. Mr. Nate was clearly lying when he said he switched out the bomb and the stuffed animal. The real HH3000 blew up in courtroom number 4, but it also could just be a real bomb. This bomb is nothing more than a fake, a model used for training purposes. Fear not, Your Honor. I will examine the inside of the bomb transport case myself. Please do that, Mr. Wright. No! Stop! What is that? Is that a blood stain? Just as I expected. Your lies have all been blown to bits, Mr. Tonight. I'm confident DNA analysis on this blood stain will confirm that it's Detective Arm's blood, and that those results will conclusively prove that you murdered Detective Arm. How about it, Mr. Tonight? Think you can dismantle this decisive evidence? This 3D model is so creepy. Dismantle it.
You're too late. You missed your chance to run, so now you're out of time. This HH3000 is about to explode.
Don't try to threaten us, Mr. Cheney. I've already proved that your bomb is a fake. It also could be a real bomb that's not that bomb.
It's real. This bomb is the real thing, I tell you. It's real.
Mad Bomber, party of one.
There's no time lapse, it's gonna blow. I have to disarm it, I have to take it apart. I can dismantle anything. I can take apart evidence, I can take apart bombs, I can dismantle it all. Dismantle, 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 dismantle. It's not gonna make it. Only one thing left to do. Stop!
There's no prosecutor.
Made it!
Game over. You lose.
It's all over. My life has been blown to bits. It's all that stupid woman's fault. I was selling the bombs. I just started on the black market. When I tried to take this one, she just had to notice, didn't she? She confronted me in courtroom number 4 that day. That's why I had no choice.
Why would you confront him alone? Before I knew what I was doing, I hit her.
It's all her fault.
While I was looking for a place to hide her body, she left a message in her own blood. The trial was about to start, so I didn't have time to clean it up. I thought for sure I could disguise her death with an explosion. And then that stupid defense attorney started sticking his nose into my business. After my testimony yesterday, I went to court number 4.
I found that kid all up in my bomb transport case.
That's when I stuck up behind him and BAM! When the idiot police arrested that little girl, I thought for sure I could pin it all on her.
Why, oh why?
Classic Ace Attorney shenanigans. Judge Nate, you are hereby under arrest on suspicion of the courtroom bombing and the assault on Mr. Justice. Your innocence or guilt will be determined at a later trial. Now then, I see the members of the public have returned to the gallery. Oh, that's nice. One person, however, still seems to be running far, far away. Be that as it may, I will now announce Mr. Juniper Wood's verdict. Fancy. It's just gone. Court is adjourned. You did it, boss! Yeah, I guess we managed to pull it off somehow. So many mysteries cleared up all at once. It was amazing. It just sort of worked out that way, didn't it? That's not the kind of thing that usually just works out. You made it happen. And the way that that mean old prosecutor hightailed it out of here, that was great.
Mr. Wright, Tina, thank you for everything you did for me.
I'm so happy for you, Judy. Now you can go back home to the forest in peace. I hope the both of you will come and visit me there sometime. I'm sure we will. I'm sure you'll get accused of murder again or something. That would be nice. Thank you for the invitation. I don't know, Mr. Wright. I'm not so sure you can make it all the way up to Junie's house. How high up do you think you're living in, Junie?
Around 3,000 feet, I think.
What? That's no forest. That's a mountain. But, you know, boss, there's something that still bothers me about the case. One little mystery we never got around to solving. Oh, that? Yeah, I was wondering about that too. Oh, we can't find her thing.
Take that!
Huh? That's the thing I was thinking of. Glad mind reading is in my daily job. I was wondering about the missing remote switch. Oh. Alright, that unsolved mystery. I was thinking about the missing stuffed animal. Or the missing thingy-majig. What is she missing? Huh. I guess I was just testing you. Oh, so you were looking to get a reaction out of me, huh? Now, always remember, the trial isn't really over until you get back to the office. Even if you get a not guilty, you still have to remember to stay sharp. In other words, don't gloat too much over a victory, right, boss? Thanks for the tip. But I still wonder where that remote switch disappeared to. Maybe Mr. Tenate just got rid of it somehow, somewhere. Yeah, it is a pretty big thing to leave unsolved, though. Well, let's leave it up to the police to find. Hopefully we'll find out it someday. I guess you're right. Hey, I know. Junie, shall we go report the good news? You know, to that certain someone.
Okay.
Huh? Her grandmother? No, silly, to Apollo. Oh, right. Her grandmother. Well, why don't we all go to the hospital together to see him? Great idea. I bet he's bored out of his mind. Okay.
Okay.
And so the courtroom bombing case came to a close, but the next trial was just over the horizon. There's never a dull moment with so many lawyers in the office, that's for sure. Apollo Justice, Athena Sykes, and me, BOENIX Wright. Between the three of us, there's no case we can't solve. I do like having a team of lawyers, it's kind of fun. When our powers combine, we're an unstoppable team. At least that's what I believed. What's that supposed to mean? But all of that changed with what Apollo said to us that day. It's just about his mother, because he never found out who his mom was. It was something that would put my faith in us to the ultimate test. Oh, yes, 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 yes.
Sorry, but I'll be taking a leave of absence.
Wait, what do you mean by a leave?
Can you at least give me a reason why?
I can only say,
He's gonna find his mother.
this is something I must settle on my own.
His mother! They don't even know they're siblings. I kinda like Apollo. He's kinda spicy. His mother, bro. His mother!
Oh, why, Apollo? Why are you shutting us out?
Trauma response. Don't you study psychology? What happened to you, Apollo? For whatever reason, all my mind keeps doing is returning to the day I first found you. Oh, he's so cute. We had tackled our first case together. He and I, this past spring. And as we did, I came to know who he is and how he thinks. It was a very peculiar case. One in which the victim was killed by a mythical creature. What? Are we gonna go back in time now? Fun first case. I like the team. I like the shenanigans. Until next time, I'm gonna go recover from this, 'cause, woo!